Okay, have a red writing utensil at the ready. These things. By the way, it is class time, so beverages, other than water, should be stowed. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, we'll be going over. Say again, I'm sorry? Can we go in before we check? I already checked them out.
Yes.
Please. There are about 8 people talking at once. Thank you. I already scored people, and I was relatively merciful as far as scoring, so I figured this was going to be a little bit brutal. Yeah, questions? And yeah, we're going to go through a bunch of them.
Could we go over the whole thing so we know what ones one has got?
Go over the answers first.
Oh, I see. Well, yeah, that's what I was going to give off the answers. I was going to read off the answers, and then we'll go through pretty much every one. Alrighty. We're on page 432 thereabouts, and a few pages later. Oh, camera's okay. They'll hear me, even though it's going to be pretty boring to watch people at home. Sorry, for about 5 minutes. So, hold tight. Hi, Sophie. They are as follows. Starting number 2. Part A, x squared minus 4. Number 2B, x squared minus 2x. Number 2C, hold on a second, x cubed minus 3x squared plus 4.
Hey, can you repeat that?
Yes. Number 2C, and listen carefully though. 2C, x to the third minus 3x squared plus 4. There is no regular x in that one.
Oh, yeah, I got that.
And number 2D, the answer is x plus 1, no remainder. And it repeats on number 2.
Wait, what's D?
D is x plus 1.
Okay.
Everybody good on number 2? By the way, there's way too much talking. Class has started. So please stay quiet and attentive so I can get through these. Skip number 3, go to number 4. Number 4, part A. They say what value would make the denominator equal to 0 and would be a problem? On number 4, if x is 0. 4b, that's 4a. 4b, if x is equal to 1. 4c, if x is equal to negative 5. 4d, there are no values that would make it to 0. 4e, there are 2 of them. X equals 2 and x equals negative 2. Both of them would make the bottom 0. And 4f, there are no values of x that would make the bottom 0. Cece.
So I have 2 questions.
Uh-huh.
So one, I did for D, I did 0.5 1/10.
For D,
Yes.
that's to make the top 0, not the bottom.
Okay.
They wanted to know if the denominator's bottom is 0.
Okay. And then for E, do we have to say both positive and negative?
Yes, you do. If you gave me only one, I'd take off half on a test. Are you clear on number 4? Okay. Moving on to number 5. It says, if possible, reduce each of the following to lowest terms. The first one, 3x over 8. Number 5b, x over y. Number 5c, x over 4. Number 5d, 1 over x squared. Number 5e, y over x. Number 5f, x plus 1 over 2. Number 5g, x over x minus 2. And number 5h, 3 over x plus 3. And it repeats on number 5. All right, moving on to number 6. You only had to do A, B, C, D, E, F. You did not have to do G or H. So number 6a, 2x over 10 and 1x over 10. Number 6b, 2 over 3x and 18 over 3x. Number 6c, the second. 8x over x squared and 2 over x squared. Oh, yeah. 2 over 3x and then 18 over 3x. Joanna?
Can you repeat C?
Yeah, c was 8x over x squared, and the other one is 2 over x squared.
Can you do
A was 2x over 10 and 1x over 10. Everybody get up to D? Number 6. Number 6e, y over xy, and then x over xy. Oh, did I not do D?
Yes.
Oops, sorry. So 6d, x squared over 9x, and then 27 over 9x. And then I'll do e again. E is y over xy, and x over xy. Number 6f, this one got kind of hairy. I'll accept two different answers here. The top should be 2 parentheses x plus 4 over x plus 2, x plus 4. And the other one should be 4 parentheses x plus 2 over x plus 2, x plus 4. I will accept a different version. The first one could be on top 2x plus 8. And the second one on top could be 4x plus 8.
But then what's the G?
The bottom would be x plus 2, x plus 4. I will accept another version of the bottom. X squared plus 6x plus 8 on the bottom should be okay. That's if you foiled it out. Yeah, there are like 3 different versions, so are you asking for the repeat of 6f? Okay, 6f. I'll give you the unsimplified, then I'll give you the simplified. Okay. The unsimplified first one is 2 parentheses, oops, 2 parentheses x plus 4 on top. And then on the bottom is parentheses x plus 2, parentheses x plus 4. That'll be the case on the bottom no matter what. The right hand one should be 4 parentheses x plus 2 over x plus 2, x plus 4. If you simplify them, they would be, on the top is 2x plus 8, the bottom is x squared plus 6x plus 8. And the other one is 4x plus 8 over x squared plus 6x plus 8. Okay. And F is as far as you needed to go. Number 7. Express each of these as an integer if possible. Number 7a is 10. Number 7b is 2. 7c is 4. Those are like terms on top and bottom, by the way. 7d reduces to 1. 7e is tricky, very, very tricky. I'll show you how to do this, but the answer is -1. And then 7f is not possible to reduce to an integer. Any repeats on 7? Okay, number 8. Part A, they're asking what should replace the blank. 8a should be 3x. 8b should be 5. 8c, I'll accept 2 different answers. 2 parentheses x plus 3, or you could just do 2x plus 6. Either one is fine. Number 8d is 10x. 8e, I will accept one of 2 things. It could be either 4 parentheses x minus 8, or it could be just 4x minus 32. And number 8f, I would accept either, oh no, it's just x plus 5. X plus 5. Number 8. Okay, number 9. I beg your pardon?
Can you do like?
For f, you should have x plus 5 on top. Oh, I'll show you why. Keep that, yeah, that's fine, question. 8a and b, yeah, real fast. 8a is 3x, and 8b is 5. Any other repeats on number 8?
G, H, and I.
I'm sorry?
We're supposed to do G, H, and I?
Nope. You can skip those. Number 9, by the way, it was number 8 because there were only 6 in there, A through F. Number 9, I'm going to start in a minute. Number 9, you needed to do them all. So reduce each of the following. 9A is 1/3. 9B does not reduce. 9C reduces to 4x over x minus 2. 9D doesn't reduce. 9E, 4 over 5. 9F, 1 over 3. 9G, it's x over x plus 7. 9H, 2 over x minus 1. Go ahead and write these in if you don't get them. 9I reduces to x. 9J reduces to 3 over x.
There's no J.
Oh, there is J.
Yeah, it's in the next column. Oh, did people miss that? Hold on. Excuse me. Whoa.
Oh, that's what you're doing.
Ahem. Reactions are fine as long as they're internal and as long as they're quiet. We don't need to go get in a ruckus here. We'll go through these, don't panic. Take a deep breath. Number J, again, is 3 over x. Number 9K is 1 over x minus 4. Okay. And number 9L is 5 over x minus 5. Any repeats? Not questions yet, but repeats. Elijah.
D, F, and G of 9.
Okay, 9E is 4 over 5. You're writing these in?
Yep.
I might be calling yours, by the way, so tune in. Number 9F is 1 over 3. And number 9G is x over x plus 7. Any other repeats on the whole thing? Yeah. Okay. 9C is 4x over x minus 2. Any other repeats? Yeah, Joanna. 9L, yeah. It's 5 on top and x minus 5 on the bottom. Any other repeats? Going once, twice. All right, now, slowly and with hand raised and without blurting, give me some suggestions. Reagan first.
All of 2, 7, and 9.
All lines.
All of
Pick
them.
one.
All of them.
All of them.
Yeah, just do the whole.
Yes, I know. I just need to start somewhere.
No,
Two.
two.
Okay.
2 all the way to 9.
I have no problem going through them. I just can't go through all of them at once. I don't have that many arms.
Are we still on 9?
Number 2. Number 2 sounds reasonable. Hang on. For number 2, you want to go through all of them or just some?
Just C.
Yeah.
All right.
C and D.
Did anybody need 2A or 2B? The addition or subtraction? I'm fine doing them. Yeah.
only 2
Just 2A? I'm just do them all then. Okay, we've got x squared minus x minus 2 plus x minus 2. Everybody good so far? Now, how do you add? First of all, I'm going to fill in the missing numbers. That usually helps. I'm also going to add the opposite. Now, any like terms go together. There are no like terms for x squared, so just leave it as x squared plus, what's negative 1x plus positive 1x? Yeah, 0. They cancel. And then negative 2 plus negative 2 is negative 4. That's your answer. Does that make sense? Yeah.
So you basically do FOIL?
No, not foiling. Foiling is when you're multiplying.
Oh.
Well, when you're just putting the like terms together. Okay. Number 2b. Yeah.
No, I don't think anybody needs to be. Raise your hand if you need to be.
Do we need 2b?
Did I get it wrong?
Now, I don't need any social pressure against 2b, but
What do you
perfectly legit. Want 2b? Okay.
C. Same.
Hold it.
C is the one I already
So 2b, let me make sure I'm on the right page
knew.
here.
B is the one I
Yeah. You have to start with x squared minus x minus 2, and then subtract The parentheses are important. Whenever you plug anything in, use parentheses. If there are no parentheses, you'll probably get the wrong answer. Let me show you why. Here's the problem with the subtraction. I'm going to put the ones in where they belong. I'm going to add the opposite, add the opposite, add the opposite. But look up here. See the subtraction?
Add the opposite.
Yeah, add the opposites, opposite. That turns positive.
Oh, whoa, annoying.
Does that make sense?
Is that?
Now let's do the like terms. X squared is as is. Negative 1x plus negative 1x is negative 2x. And then negative 2 plus positive 2, 0, which you don't even need to write. Does that make sense?
What do you mean by opposite?
Oh, if you're subtracting, let's just say I want to subtract, I'm just going to make something up. X squared plus 2x plus 3 plus negative 3. If I'm subtracting the whole thing, I'm subtracting each and every one of them. So what I'm not just going to do add the opposite, I've got 3 opposites. Opposite, opposite, and the opposite of negative is positive. That fixes it. Then it becomes an addition problem, and it's much easier to do. I do that every time I hit a subtraction problem.
Is that an opposite?
Well, opposite means if it's positive, change it to negative. If it's negative, change it to positive. Does that make sense? So, everybody get on number 2b? Number 2c for multiplying. X squared minus x minus 2 times, I can write it like this, I suppose, x minus 2. There are 2 ways to do this. If you like distributing, you can do that. What I personally did is stack multiply. First of all, I'm going to add the opposites and put the ones where they belong. What I did was this. I stacked it. The negative 2 times negative 2 is 4, plus negative 2 times negative 1x is regular 2x. Negative 2 times x squared is negative 2x squared. I'm done with that row. Now try this one. Remember, scoot this over. 1x times negative 2 is negative 2x. 1x times negative 1x is negative 1x squared. 1x times x squared is 1x cubed. If you add them all up, 1x cubed plus negative 3x squared, these cancel, plus 0x plus 4. Yeah.
Is there an easier way to do it, or would you have to do it?
That's probably the fastest way. I'll show you another way to do it. I'm not sure it's any easier, but multiplying is just multiplying. You can't skip any steps. I've got x squared plus negative 1x, please do not tell. If you like to distribute, you can do this. You can distribute the x squared twice. Then you can distribute the middle one twice. Then you can distribute the last one twice. Let me do this just one at a time. X squared times 1x is x cubed plus negative 2x. That's the first pair. Does that make sense? When I distributed that. Now I'm going to distribute this. Negative 1x times 1x is negative 1x squared. Oh, sorry, this is negative 2x squared. Then distribute here would be positive 2x. Then the last one, negative 2 times 1x is negative 2x plus positive 4. Your last step is put the like terms together. Are you all focusing here, ladies, and not chatting with each other? Bella, Mary Kay? These go together, and these go together. These actually cancel. So you're left with x cubed plus negative 3x squared plus 4, which is the same thing we got over here. Okay. I'm not the biggest fan of this, although it's not bad. I like this just because it keeps things neat. It keeps them in order. And you can, when you add, they're always lining up in like terms. So it makes that a little faster. But pick whichever one you want. And the last one, that's long division. X squared minus x minus 2. This is 2d. X squared minus x minus 2 divided by x minus 2. I'm going to add the opposites, put the ones, add the opposites, put the ones, add the opposites. There. Now let's run it. 2 digits cannot go into 1, so technically there's a 0 here. You don't have to write it, I'm going to do a phantom zeros. Now, 2 goes into 2. Look at the first and the first. How many times does 1x go into 1x squared? I don't know. Let's find out. 1x squared over 1x, that goes down to x. Because there are 2 x's on top, 1 on the bottom, and one of them cancel. And the 1 is just 1. So we're going to put an x here. Now multiply. Negative 2x plus 1x squared. Now watch carefully. When I say add the opposite, normally I want to subtract this. Add the opposite. What's the opposite of negative? Positive. These will cancel, and this adds up to 1x. Then pull down the negative 2. This actually is pretty good news for us. How many times does 1x go into 1x? I don't know. I know. All right, now I believe you. So, plus 1. You're going to get 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. 1 times 1x is 1x. Add the opposite. One opposite of it. Cancel, cancel. No remainder. There is your answer. X plus 1. Does that make sense? Yeah. Your confidence is overwhelming. Yeah.
That was for 2D.
That is for 2B. D is in David. Correct. Yeah.
So, imagine it was you once.
Oh, sneaky, sneaky. Yes. There is a sneaky way to do this. This is called getting insanely lucky. Watch this. At him. Up here. Excuse me. Here. The top, if you notice, factors by unfoil. This factors into x minus 2, x plus 1. And then if the bottom is already x minus 2, bam, you're done.
It's like ready to want to get
Questions?
What's the answer? 0?
The answer is x plus 1. The thing I circled here. Okay? Everybody good? All right, number 2 is done. Next suggestion. Reagan on next. 7. If possible, express as an integer. Let's try it. I will suggest to you that factoring is going to be one of your best friends in this particular problem. If you can factor, do it. So let me see if we can get this thing to fly. 2x plus 8x over x. Now again, usually there's a rule that says simplify before you solve. Is there anything we can do? Yeah.
You can add the 2x and the negative.
What does that make? 10x over x. What does that do?
10.
The x's cancel and you have 10. Does that make sense? 7b, anyone want to see?
Yeah.
Okay, 7b. 2x plus 8 over x plus 4. Everybody look up here for a second. True or false? I can reduce this 8 and this 4 to 2 and 1. False. What's stopping me? The addition sign. You cannot cancel division with addition. But what you can do, the top factors by GCF. What GCF is in here? Anybody? Yeah. 2. What's left behind? Oh, look. The x plus 4 is canceled. And you have 2. Does that make sense? Once you see it, it's usually a lot easier. Before you see it, it is pretty hard. It's like, I can't cancel the x's. The plus sign is in the way. And this plus sign is in the way. It's going to eat my face. I can't cancel a piece. You're right, you can't. But you can cancel things that are multiplied, like this. Yeah, Lizzie.
Should we just add the ones on the top without the addition?
This one up here, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2x and 8x are like terms.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, and 2x and regular 8 are not. So I cannot combine these. Joanna, question?
So for we reduce it to two against these x is 4.
Uh-huh.
Would it not have to be a negative to cancel it out?
Nope, that's if you're adding. Like 2 plus negative 2 cancels, but 2 divided by negative 2 doesn't cancel. Same thing, so 7c. I forgot what it was. 5x plus 3x, 5x minus 3x. Can I cancel the 3x's? That is. Why not? You're right. That's true. Plus sign. And this is just a plus sign in disguise. It's added the opposite. So you cannot cancel the 5x's. And you cannot cancel the 3x's. It's so tempting, but you cannot. This plus sign is going to eat your head off if you do. So don't do it. That won't end well.
I thought it was supposed to be a positive. Why is it
Well.
negative? Why does it only eat your head up?
Okay, you had me going there for a minute. What's 5x plus 3x?
Oh my gosh.
8x. 5x minus 3x?
4x is just
2x. Now do it. X's cancel. 8 over 2, 4. No. Once you see it, don't beat yourself up. Beat up the problem, not yourself. That's usually better. Moving on. Does anybody need any help with sorry, question, Lizzie.
Wait, why haven't you subtracted it and put it on the bottom?
Well, this was,
Never mind.
okay, got it, okay. Did anybody need help with 7D?
Yes.
5x minus 3 over 5x minus 3?
Was there a problem, 70?
They cancel and make 1. They cancel. Well, hold on. Everybody look up here. There are random conversations going on that are not helping. Please stay focused. Extra noise slows things down, and it helps people not hear. Question, what's 7 over 7? Go, next. Why is it not 0? I thought they canceled.
Because they were dividing.
Dividing cancel doesn't make 0, it makes what? 1. So 5x minus 7 over 5x minus 7 is not going to give you 0. It's going to give you what? Cancel, cancel, 1. The same reason that this is canceling to make 1. If you have like smiley face over smiley face, it's going to cancel to 1. I don't care what weird thing you have. As long as the same thing is on the top and on the bottom, it will cancel to 1. It's basically saying 5x divided by 7, sorry, that came out of my mouth wrong. 5x minus 7 divided by 5x minus 7, it's going to be 1. How many times does it go in? Well, it goes in once. How many times? 10 divided by 10 is 1. A billion divided by a billion is 1. Elijah.
What if there was one V in the top and then
Let's stay on reality here. I want to make sure we get through this. Okay? Everybody clear so far? I want to show you number 7E because it's very sneaky. 7E. I think, can somebody read it out for me? 7E.
5x minus 3 minus
5x minus 3 and then 3 minus 5x?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Whoa. I'm hearing extra wordings. I'm hearing extra verbiage. Shoot. In other words, listen carefully, please. Look up here. Questions?
So could you do 5x plus negative 3 and 5x plus negative?
Absolutely. First of all, I would add the opposites.
Okay.
Second of all, I want to point out something. Look at the bottom. They wrote it backwards.
Yes.
Rewrite it for me.
Oh.
You're supposed to have it in descending order. They deliberately put it out of order to see if they could fool you.
Yeah, they did.
What's the bottom? Oh, okay. What's the bottom, really?
Negative 5x.
Negative 5x plus 3. Now then, you remember factoring is your best friend here. There is a GCF somewhere in this problem.
1.
On top, yes. On the bottom, there's something even a little more interesting.
-1.
Negative 1. Remember Murgatroyd? Start negative, pull out a negative.
Where's Murgatroyd?
5x plus negative 3 is a story problem.
Somewhere out there.
Negative parentheses what? Oh, sorry, negative 1. Parentheses what? What were we left behind?
5x.
5x
Plus
plus negative 3. Behold. Boom.
-1's left.
1 over negative 1, which is just
-1.
negative 1.
That was so close.
Make sense?
So
That was sneaky. Just remember, if something is not in the right order, fix it first. That'll probably help. And then 7F is just impossible. Okay? Any other ones you want to see?
Yes, please.
Go for it. Name one. Narrate it.
6. Probably all of 9. I think you got that.
We can do that.
We just
Number 9. I'll go back and do 8. Don't worry about it.
No, we do 8 now.
Go on, quick.
Can after 9 you do 6 and 8 all 6?
Maybe. I'll let her do 9 first because it's the biggest.
No, I said after 9.
Oh, I see. Got it. Yeah, she can do that. Cece, quick question.
Can we do 8f before we do all of 9, because all of 9 will go on that?
All right, fair enough. 8F.
Yes, I didn't get that.
It looks like this. 1 over x minus 5 equals something over x squared minus 25. I've said this many times, I'll say it again. Factoring is your best friend in the problem. This thing factors into what?
That factors into x plus 5, x minus 5.
Yeah, what technique was that?
It was, none.
Difference of two squares, nice.
Good job, Joe.
Now, let me put parentheses here. If I want these two to be equal, look over here. You notice this has an x minus 5 and this has x minus 5? What's this missing? It needs an x plus 5 crammed on. But you have to do the same thing to both sides. Put an x plus 5 on top. That's what's missing. Bella.
Can you do 6 after really quickly?
Hang on. Let me look.
No, we'll do that after.
We're going to do 9. But yes, number 6 out, I'll have to hold on for a little bit, but I will do it before the end of the hour. Let's try number 9. They wanted to reduce if possible. I'm going to just carry the book, it'll be quicker. Number 9a. We had x over 3x. I would strongly urge you do this. Put a 1 in front of this. The x's cancel, 1/3.
Okay.
9b. We have x over x plus 3.
You can't do this.
That is impossible. You cannot cancel the x's because the plus sign is in the way.
How do I get an answer?
First I can tell you. 9c. 8x over 2 parentheses x. No, not parentheses, done. 2x minus 4, is that right? No, I should have asked on 9b. Does anything factor in 9b? No. You're just stuck with it. Does anything factor in 9c? Yeah. There's a GCF of 2 on the bottom. Leave the 8x on top. 2 parentheses what? Up there. X minus 2. Does anything reduce now? Go. Remember, this is not an addition, it's a multiplication. I'll tell you right now, you cannot cancel the x.
You can cancel the 2s.
You can cancel the 2. Not this 2, but this 2.
Yes.
The multiply 2. 8 and 2 go down to what? 4 and 1. Here's your final answer. 4x over 1 parentheses x minus 2. And you can just sort of ignore the 1. Let me back up.
Wait.
You factored out, hold on, shh, remember, now we're just doing that for comedic effect. Shh.
No, she's.
Listen. More listening, less talking helps understanding much better. I'll start this over real fast. The bottom factors. Do you see there's a 2 that goes in here? Pull it out, and you'll have x minus 2. 8x. The 8 and the 2 reduce. There's no plus sign to get in the way. 8 over 2 reduces to 4 over 1. Now carry it over. 4 times x is 4x. 1 times this thingy is this thingy. That's your answer. Yeah.
Sorry, how come you can't cancel off the twos?
The 2's because there's an addition sign in the way. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know how I did it, but I got it right, but I did it wrong.
Oh, well,
Did you do it right?
not 100% sure how to respond to that.
What did you do? Did you
If your quote unquote wrong techniques works all the time, it's actually right.
I don't think it works all the time though.
Okay, then that would be wrong. So, yeah, I would say do it this way.
There's not one single. What did you do?
Factor and then cancel. That's pretty much what all these are doing. Factor and then reduce or cancel. Let's try 9D. 9D looks like this. X plus 12 over x plus 6. Question. That's not chit chatter, right? Okay. Here. Does anything factor?
No.
No. No GCFs, no anything? You're stuck. That's it.
Cross it out. Leave it.
Right.
How am I supposed to?
I hesitate to cross it out because people think it cancels. But 9E, 4x plus 8 over 5x plus 10. Does anything factor in here? Go.
4 parentheses x plus 2.
4 comes out of the first one, that's a GCF. X plus 2. And then the bottom is what?
5 x plus 2.
Does anything cancel?
X plus 2.
The x plus 2's cancel and you're left with 4 over 5.
No.
Do you see, do you understand how that works?
Yes.
Could you do that on a test?
No.
Yes, you could.
Hey.
Just because I realize there's been a little momentum gathering today and saying, oh my goodness, I can't do that level anything. You just did it. Factor. I will give you a new one. I'm going to make one up just out of the clear blue sky.
Pretty.
It's not
Are we
good.
still on the gray? It's not gray.
No, I'm making one up out of the clear blue sky, which means it's going to be out of the clear blue sky. It's not in the book. That's what that means.
Aw, we know, we're just being annoying, sorry.
Reduce. Joe, take this one.
Take it, Joe.
Okay.
Can you do anything with it? Look at the top just by itself.
10.
10 is the what?
GCF.
GCF. What's left behind if you pull it out?
X and 3.
X and 3?
Plus
X plus 3, good. What about the bottom?
11.
11 parentheses.
X plus
Does anything cancel?
3. Yeah.
What?
1 the X plus 3.
Say again?
Or the X plus 3 is both the X plus 3s.
What's left?
10 over 11.
You're done.
He did it, clear blue sky.
See? Yes, you can do it. And it's actually not that hard once you see the trick. Go on.
Are a lot of the problems, are we gonna be doing this more, like, in the next lesson?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's actually a good thing, so you practice so you get good at it. Cece, question. We're gonna go on to 9 after this.
Keep going.
Go ahead, Cece, question. Okay. Number 9 out. X minus 4, please. Less talking. And then 3x minus 12. You tell me. I tell you what. Sarah, take this one.
The bottom can factor.
Yeah, to what?
GCF of 3.
Okay.
So then x minus 4.
Okay.
And then x minus 4. And then those two can cancel. And then you're left with 1 over 3.
Yes. Where do you get the 1 from?
The top.
The top. There's always a 1 in front of everything. One of the biggest mistakes people do on this, they get all excited, they cancel, and they put this.
0, 3. Oh.
That is wrong.
And then it's 1.
There is a 1 on top. You can always pull out a GCF of 1 if you have to. This is 1 over 3. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, 9G. 7x over 7x minus 49, plus 49, my fault. I'm just going to find out which side of this is 30 so I don't get my hand. There it is. Try this. This is 7G, or 9G rather. We've got 7x over 7x plus 49. Let me see. Cece, take this one.
Well, you can't cancel the 7x.
Correct, because there's a plus sign in the way.
Which I did. So we can factor, we can pull out a GCF of 7.
On the top or bottom?
Bottom.
Bottom. What's left behind?
X plus 7.
Okay.
And then,
Does anything cancel? There's kind of a weird trick I can show you in a minute. Yes, go.
you can cancel the 7s because they're both multiplying.
They're both multiplying. What's left?
X over X plus 7.
That is your answer. Yes. That makes sense?
What?
I'll show you a trick on this. It's a weird trick. Is there a GCF on top? It's kind of weird to say common factor, you kind of like need 2 or 3 or 4 terms. Technically what you could do, if you really, really wanted, you could pull out a GCF of 7. It's kind of dumb because it's 1 term. But it might make it easier to see that the 7's cancel. And there's an X left. You don't have to do that because it's kind of optional. But if it helps, by all means, you can put a parentheses anywhere you want and when it's multiplied. Yeah, question. Okay. Everybody good on 9G? Okay, number 9H. 2x plus 2 over x squared minus 1. This is tricky. 2x plus 2 over x squared minus 1. Quick question. Max, take this one. Does the top factor?
Yes.
Like what?
DCF, so it would be 2, parentheses x plus 1.
Good. Does the bottom factor, Reagan?
Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
What method?
I just got it.
Okay.
Oh, difference of 2 squares.
Ah,
X plus
nice.
1, X minus 1.
So x plus 1, x minus 1, what happens?
Cancel the X plus 1.
Bingo.
2 over X minus 1.
Got it.
You just got it, and I'm very happy.
Nice. Questions? Is this making more sense now?
Yes.
Good. Let's do the 7i. It's x cubed plus x squared over x plus x squared. Oh, they did it again.
Yeah, I did it again.
So 9i, x cubed plus x squared over x plus x squared. The very first thing I would do is fix this problem because they wrote it backward. Joanna?
It'd be x thirds
X squared.
cubed plus x squared.
Okay.
X
Over what?
squared was that?
Yeah, she said X.
Plus x?
Yeah.
Got it. That's better. Now what do you do? Go.
GCF.
Of what?
On the top, X squared.
X squared, left behind is what?
X plus 1.
Nice. And then the bottom?
X.
X. What's left behind?
X plus 1.
Interesting. What cancels? Bella, take over. X plus 1's canceled?
X squared over X.
And one of the x's cancels. There's a 1 left. What's your final answer?
X.
X over 1, which is? What happens when you divide anything by 1?
She said X.
It's just x. Yeah. Done. Juicy.
How'd you get x plus 1?
Oh, on the top or on the bottom?
Oh.
Okay, I pull out, there's a 1 here and a 1 here, and a 1 here and a 1 here. I pulled out an x squared, and there was an x plus 1 left. And same thing on the bottom, pulled out a single x, x plus 1. Okay, Joanna, question, and then right there.
Can you not do, like, the difference of 2 squares with x squared?
Oh, can you do a difference 2 squares with plus? No, because that would be a sum of 2 squares. So difference is his answer to a subtraction problem. So it's gotta be subtract or nothing.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Could you do it this way?
Oh. Another one. Which one, where? Ah. Yes, that's exactly what we did, problem.
Oh, but you did.
Yeah, here's the x squared, here's the x, and the x plus 1, x plus 1. That's identical to yours. So in other words, you did it right. Congratulations. Any other questions you want to see worked? Which, oh, did I not too?
You did it right.
Oh, yeah, I stopped at I. Oopsies. Yeah, let me clean off, where's my chalk? Here's my chalk. Yeah, I know. Black is my nemesis. So number 9i. I've got 3x plus 6. Do you see the bottom on 9i? They wrote it backwards. Fix it. X squared plus 2x. This is on 9i, second column. Oh, J? Oh, 9j, sorry. Sorry, we already did 9i. Yeah, you're right. Does the top factor, Elijah, take this one?
Yes.
Do what?
3.
And then what's left behind?
X plus 2.
Okay, does the bottom factor?
Yes.
How so?
X parentheses x plus 2.
Ah, what happens?
Cancel.
What's left?
3 over x.
Got it. Done. All right. Number 9k. You could probably see it now. X plus 4 over x squared minus 16. Does anybody see the trick? No.
You pull out minus GCF at the top.
Definitely.
It should be,
Normally we don't do that, but I like it this time.
so you have, 1 parentheses x plus 4.
Okay.
And then the bottom you do with the 2 squares, it should be x plus 4 and x minus 4.
Yes. What's left?
The x plus 4 and x plus 4 cross out.
Okay. 1 over x minus 4, exactly. Done. Make sense?
Yes.
One more. 5x minus 25. Go.
Okay, on the top left, a
Why?
GCF of 5.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to write it. Hang on. 5x minus 25.
X squared minus 10.
And then somebody read the bottom for me, please.
X squared minus 10x
Okay.
plus 25.
Okay, Reagan, take over.
So you pull out a GCF of 5.
Okay.
On the top. So 5 and then x minus 5.
Yes.
And then on the bottom,
What method?
what?
There are actually 2 methods by this thing factors.
On what?
Unfoil. What's your number is added to negative 10 and multiplied by 25?
Negative 5.
Yeah, so x minus 5 and another x minus 5. You could have done x minus 5 parentheses squared. It's a binomial squared. But this is just as good. What happens?
One of them cancels.
What are you left with?
5 over x minus 5.
Got it.
I'm just trying to fast because you're not 2 minutes left.
Make sense?
No, you can't do that. No, it's not the one that you like.
Yeah.
Don't get used
Don't
to
get
it.
used
Don't
to
get
it.
used to it.
Oh, I'm already used to this though.
This was actually kind of planned. I expected this one to go long. So, yeah, we will stall the homework for a day. Don't get into it. And for your planning purposes, the next section we're going to be doing is homework 11C, as in Charlie. What we're going to have to do is get a common denominator, including things like this, which is not all that hard, but we've practiced a bit. If you know how to factor, this next section will be much easier. So any part of factoring you're not comfy with, practice, and then talk to me. Please put.
So are all matrix for
As far as retakes go, there are, by my count, there are 2 chapter tests we took, chapter 9 and chapter 10. If you want to retake only one of them, I would suggest do it on Friday, during class. If you want to retake both, you will have to schedule your other test on your own before the end of Friday. Everybody clear? Please dance. Certainty. Oh yeah, I gotta turn off my camera thing.